Man, oh man, this sun is hot. Why is the sun hot, Robert? Do you have another silly video for us? You better believe I do. Another video about why the sun is hot. Mechanics, industrialists, machinists. It's like we all have had this love affair with machines, moving things, all of these gears and whirring motors, all of these amazing things. But, you know, when I think of cars and when I think of robots, just some kind of robot, and wanting to make them humanoid, of course, I think to myself, couldn't you just get some neodymium magnets, put some kind of power feed to them, put a wire? Couldn't you just then control them with math and make the arms move up and down, the legs and whatnot? It could lift, 1,000 times the weight of one of these robots if you set it a certain way. And it'd be far more practical in the way of limbs. In the way of limbs, its ability to control a limb by means of inversion. There are various inversion techniques, especially if the magnets are all polarized slightly differently, so as to, you can make them into a ball or a cylinder. So you have one cylinder at the elbow, a cylinder at the wrist, cylinders at the fingers. And then math does everything. A tiny little chip does everything. And how much would that cost to make this robot? Well, I guess the shell would just be a shell, wouldn't it? It'd be like some kind of plastic or something. I don't know. Maybe they could make it tough, but ultimately, yeah, that's all you need to make a robot. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? That's why it's so hot. Because people love all these machines. And I knew as a kid, a little kid, that you could do all of these things, especially if these magnets were tiered. I knew that when I was a little kid, but I didn't have the right to say it. First, I had to work with math. I said, okay, well, I'm just a kid. What do I know? Looking at all of these adults. And I thought to myself, what if one day I got good with math? Wouldn't that be cool? But I thought to myself, why? Why would I get good at math? What's the point of getting good at math? I don't know. I have to think about it. So one day became many thousands of days. I became an older man and decided just to work on audio. And then I was working with audio filters, and I was bored. And I kind of learned a bit of math, and I learned more and more. I guess it's kind of interesting to me. But ultimately, yeah, there are less parts required. There are less parts required. Yes. Yes, there are. You know, the whole world is hot because of all of these pieces everyone's in love with. Don't you just love gears? Like the Imperial logo, on Star Wars? It's a gear, isn't it? You just look at that gear and you think to yourself, man, by having that gear, it spelled disaster. But maybe the gear is a virtual gear. Maybe the gear is just a symbol that something simpler can work. And maybe the Imperials were rebels of a kind, using some arcane technology against other rebels, against other Imperials. Maybe. Maybe. Bye-bye.